Massive games in Spain too, and the same for Serie A, where we saw the Derby d'Italia and Roma taking on Napoli. Napoli still top of the table, although they did drop their first points of the season. Behind them it's Milan, Inter and Roma. We now welcome in Jurgen Klinsmann. Don Hutchison is still with us, so we will start with you, Jurgen. Between the game of Inter and Juve, it was looking good to start for Inter with Edin Dzeko once again on the score sheet.
Yeah, it was a perfect start for Inter and a very exciting kind of occasion because the San Siro finally was filled with about 60,000 people. Not all the way. I think they are now allowed 2/3 of the capacity. It was a great start for Inter. I mean, Calhanoglu hit the post almost the upper 90, and Dzeko put in the rebound, and it couldn't have been a better start for Inter. But after that, for whatever reason, they slowed down, and the game just went on, and Juventus never really showed the urgency until then. About minute 65, they put in Federico Chiesa and Dybala to give it more urgency and to give it more pressure, and they came then to an equalizer with a very kind of controversial penalty. Probably after watching it over and over again on VAR, it was a penalty. You can give it a very soft penalty. But overall, the game was disappointing because you thought, well, with Inter getting into a lead so early into the game, Juventus will show more dynamics, Juventus will show more initiative, but that wasn't the case. It was kind of a bit of a boring game and yeah, disappointing in a certain way.
But I don't think Max Allegri will mind that it was a bit of a boring game, will he? Things suddenly going right for Juventus, and it seems that the Allegri effect is taking hold again.
Yeah, I think, you could see, I mean, the way Juventus started the game, okay, was showing already signs that, okay, first of all, we're going to defend. We will not risk anything. We'll see how the game is going, and then we'll correct it towards the end of the game. But if you go down a goal after 15 minutes, you gotta have to react. I mean, you gotta do something, and it took him until minute 65 to put in Chiesa, who is, in my opinion, the best Juventus player at the moment over the last half a year, is Federico Chiesa. I mean, he's a difference maker. Dybala, after his break, came back on, obviously then scored with the penalty. But you expect more. I mean, you expect more from a Juventus side. Inter also in the second half kind of started to just defend that 1-0. They thought, okay, you know what, if we stay solid, they kind of played their usual 3-5-2, so they outside people came back, so it turned into a 5-3-2 or almost a 5-4-1. So let's just kind of keep the result. And then that's so typical Juventus. Then they kind of get their goal. They get their goal somehow, whatever reason. I mean, if it's the referee, if it's a penalty, if it's a free kick, somehow they manage it to get then a result out of that. And I think in a certain way, actually, they deserve it because Inter didn't do enough for deserving all 3 points.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.